Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good everything. How's everybody doing today? All right. I am in a very, very good mood, which is I have been for a while. But if anybody has watched any of these podcasts, you've seen my different emotions. And I showed my different emotions, different sides, because, well, as people with depression know that we all have all those emotions, all those feelings. Depression is just not one way. Depression hits us from many different levels, many different mindsets, many different stories, many different life activities. And there's no magic pill that can just cure depression. Depression just feels like it can help and whatever, but depression comes from healing. Any doctor would tell you, I'm not a doctor, but psychiatrists and therapists will tell you depression is healed, I guess, or whatever the words they use. Words I use healed. I healed myself from depression. I'm self-healed with many different tactics, many opportunities, many different many different things, and they all tied in. I mean, the first like the first thing I like I said I did the first thing I did was pray, and I still hold true. I will continue to pray every day, and God does just more and more in my life, and then it's amazing. I know, but I am today. I am talking about. I'm kind of. I'm just kind of excited because my before I started doing my music, before I started doing just making videos and everything, I told myself, what I went and my gifts, my talents, anything I like to do. Well, I was working two jobs, two customer service jobs, and I love people. I like talking to people. I like uplifting people. I like making people happy. Their smiles are my reward. I could help somebody, and their smile would be my reward just to make someone happy. And making someone happy is what my life has been about. I mean, a lot of people know. And what I want to continue to do, what I wanted to do, and then when I started, before I even started my music, I understood the things and just like my past relationships that I wrote down, and I started thinking, and then I talked to a few people about their marriage and their troubles. I didn't give them specifics, I just told them, we talked, and these guys, and wasn't drinking, I wasn't getting high at the time, but I would tell them, I was like, well, I know my problem is my drinking in relation when I'm in a relationship, depending on the woman I'm with, is depending if I drink, just don't do it. So I told the guy, just stop drinking, because it was advice I was given many years, and it worked. It was good advice, but it works. Yes, it does. But and then I thought that was, I don't remember when that was. I think that was when I was in San Diego before actually San Diego. I think it was last year. I told somebody I wanted to do. I wanted to help guys get through depression, and or just help. I, I wanted to become a marriage counselor, but I don't know. I mean, the advice I can offer through marriage is things I won't tell people what to do, what not to do. That's setting marriage up for failure. But I can tell them to pray and bring God in the marriage, any whatever in relationship. I mean, if a guy or a woman wants to know about their partner, that's that's God. God, is this woman really for me? Or God, is this man really for me? Just pray. It's simple. God won't answer. God will answer by either, well, not getting phone calls back or messages back, or just, getting ghosted. It's a sign. They say red flags. Well, it's a sign from God. I mean, things happen. Things happen for a reason. and lack of communication. I learned. I don't remember when I learned, but communicating. I've talked to. I won't do dating sites. I don't. I'm not saying anything bad. I mean, people like dating sites, but it's not me. I'm not gonna do it. And another thing, guys. I mean, I know I've apologized because I'm not getting when I wasn't getting. I needed conversation. I didn't have conversation, so I didn't look for the conversation, but the devil sent conversation my way and didn't start talking. That didn't end up anywhere because when persons with God, you learn to delete, don't call back, or I let the woman know, please don't mess with me. I don't want to see no dirty pics. Like it's the devil's way is not. I don't know. Okay, I'll do the left side. The devil's way is not my way. Sorry, but see, this okay, ladies, I'm talking to the guys. Yeah, women or guys, we gotta, especially they say the women, good women like the bad boys. Hey, if guys, you don't want to be a bad boy, you want to be a man. Gotta be a bad boy for God. Be that because then the women that want the bad boys that do crazy shit in the streets, let them have them. But I mean, don't turn your backs on them because it's our society, the way we have a program with the music and all that. Hey, we all know. I'm just There's a lot of people that are saying everybody that listens to music knows. He knows what they're saying. Knows the thoughts that they're being triggered when they hear the music. People know. People aren't stupid, but just gotta learn, gotta live, listen to the right music. I mean, you can listen to all the music you want. I mean, if you really want to be in a lasting relationship, communication, prayer, communication, open your heart. Your heart will affect your mind. You start thinking different. You start thinking more from your heart, and then the circle will not be the outside world society circle. Open your heart. Let your heart affect your mind. Don't go out and start trying to date or anything or starting to heal relationships. No, don't do that. Let your heart affect your mind and let the cycle begin. It's a slow process, but it will work as long as you have God in the equation. I'm just saying. But I, like I said, I was going to use when I finally healed myself and was able to say, what, I asked God why He did is because He wanted us to, He wanted us to be good, good. He wants us to be in a good relationship. I mean, but He can't bless our relationship if one person is, honoring God and the other person is not honoring God because what's going to happen? The other person is not honoring God. The person that's honoring God is going to give up the morals to please the wife or the husband or whatever, and it's not right. But I mean, we got to pray. You pray because God, I, I, it's very emotional because I mean, I am, but it is. I'm over the divorce because divorce is a bad word. I'm over divorce, but what the divorce couldn't take from me was the loving memories, and God was in my marriage the whole time, and I didn't know it, but I remember it. But it's good, good, good. Just it's good because it my I know the person I had become, the overcoming all the obstacles, the heartbreaks, the way the world, the devil came at me and my family that I didn't blame God, but I asked God why, but because God made this individual right here, right now. And I keep saying, be your best self. The best self is, my best self is back there. And this is like the best version of my best self. It's better than this. it's amazing feeling because when I unplugged, when God allowed me to unplug from just, I start hearing things differently. I hear, I notice things. It's like I said, I've always been a person to actually, admire flowers. Now I'm the guy that, will stop and just smell the flower, just beauty, when you open your heart, you talk differently, you feel differently, you express your heart towards other people differently. It's our ultimate goal. Get your heart open, show love, because you want to have love and relationship. I mean, we can tell people, "Oh, I love you, I love you." Action speaks louder than words, and you know, we can't blame our spouses, our exes, our current situation. We can't blame any of them. I mean, if we don't try, like I said, communication is a big must. Don't be afraid. Say it. I mean, say what you got to say, because I mean, people could either listen or they don't listen. I mean, at least it's better because people with depression, our therapist says, don't hold it in, right? It's exactly what they mean. I mean, if you want to, before you got to hear yourself first. Don't just go jumping in any relationship because it will be toxic. I'm just saying. You can't just jump in it. It takes time. I know we get sick and tired of hearing it and it's. I apologize. I'm just I'm just emotional. I'm listening to Christmas music. I should be depressed and just sad, but I love the holidays. No matter if I'm single, it doesn't matter. I love the holidays because the holiday season, Christmas season is miraculous. I mean, look at the beautiful lights that people hang, and families get together and just celebrate, laugh, get drunk, do whatever they do. Hey, I did it. I like nothing wrong with it. They eat a lot. I gain a lot of weight. So we can fit into the new clothes we get. But we can't experience any of that if we don't have love. Because if people don't love their families, they're not gonna go visit them, right? I mean, if people don't love their spouses or their relationship partners, you're not gonna worry about what they think. And I don't know, people with depression, we can heal ourselves. I don't know. I ask one question. I ask a favor. I ask a favor. Anybody hears themselves from just anything I said, please pass your stories. Tell your stories of not just stories of, oh, I was depressed and I did this. No, I want to hear the stories of how we all prayed and we thought God wasn't in our lives. But then think about a situation where something bad happened and all of a sudden, bam, God is there. Okay, with that being said, I was I was I made a video about marriage. No, actually, I made a song about marriage. I didn't make a video yet. I haven't got the video footage yet, but it's about marriage and well, I was raised Catholic and I sang in Baptist church. I even prayed with Third Day Adventists, the Mormons. Yeah, I prayed with beautiful hearted people. They really are. It's all any person I mentioned is beautiful hearted people. I'm just saying, just just to pray, with strangers. It's an amazing feeling. I wish to one day meet what was her name? Was Cameron and her husband? I think her name was Cameron and her husband. And I told him one day I would like to meet them. The prayers that they offered me were very, very nice. Made me feel good. But I told him I would like to meet them because, well, they live in Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. But I told him, I told him I was joking, but just things like that. Just prayers from all over the world. It's amazing. We can, I'm able to connect with people that have strangers now. I know when I was on my way to San Diego, I I stopped and I was camp. I was going to go to campgrounds, every single campground, and on the way there and stopped because I couldn't really see. Didn't have my contact lenses, which means I had to stop because the glasses I had were not very good. I could not see in the dark, so I had to stop at least 2 hours before the sunset and find a camping spot. So I tried a state park. I figured, hey, state park, we go sit there by the water and everything. Well, I missed by around 5 minutes. I missed the employee had left, the state employee had left. So I been driving around. I went to a gas station, talked about 20 to 25 minutes with the the lady and man that worked there, and we just just talking, giving lifting people up, having good luck because we're telling each other jokes. And I told him, I said, all right, I have to go. I have to go find some place where I got to sleep. And I grabbed my coffee, grabbed my bag of ice, grabbed my food. And they said, what do you mean? I said, well, I was going camping and this and that, and they closed. And she said, well, she's like, I don't know how comfortable you feel about this, but there's a guy that lives a few miles, and, you know, here's that. Just go ask him if you can stay there. I said, what? She said, yeah. So she gave me his number. I called the guy, explained my situation. The guy said, oh, well, yeah, no problem, no problem. Just come, we'll talk. Well, because, well, I don't know if people call him, but yeah, we did mention God. Uh, since I've been getting depressed, or since I was depressed, I started talking with God. And it's helped. But with just, when I went there, and I finally found his house. I met him. We talked for a minute, and and then he showed me his uh his thing. It's amazing. And and I was like, all right. I set my tent up, and I woke up the next day. I sat up all night just listening to music. Talking. I talked with their nanny for a while. We were just talking, and I explained, just I had first actually the first adult conversation I had in a very long while. I mean, the first um I don't know, first man woman relationship that from a woman that wasn't a girlfriend, a romantic partner, or a spouse, or just anybody I was trying to, you know I wasn't trying to. I was just, just conversation, and it was amazing. We talked and talked, and we opened up. I know I could hear her. I told her a little bit about my. I didn't go into detail. I told her a little bit about my divorce, about my lovely children, my beautiful ex-wife, and just tell her. And then she was telling me, and then because I know she said, the lady said she had been married a couple of times, and I'm not going to say her name or anything, but she started telling me, and then she was sad, and then I started talking to her, and it started to get her her voice went a little better, and she started, more confident, just talking, and we talked, and I listened. I didn't interrupt. I listened, all right, and then she was just, just I don't know. We just to me, it felt like she hadn't talked to anybody about the specifics. Like, and then I opened up about my specifics. I didn't open up, but what had learned to do then, and that was in July, learned to do then. I didn't focus on any. I didn't focus on my ex-wife. I focused on me, and because while I wasn't trying to heal my ex-wife, I was trying to heal me. So that's another thing. See, I learned, I learned, I learned self healing. I learned to think about myself because we can't help everybody, but I tried. But I learned, and and I was telling her, and she said, all right, and then I don't remember. I think she said a couple bad words about one of her exes. I said, I'm not trying to be mean, guy. I'm a guy. But anyway, but but it was amazing. We talked. I don't even remember. All I know is I started yawning. I think I had about one, two, three beers maybe, and we talked for hours and hours. But I had a campfire. I got there and listened to music. I sat most of my time by myself, just listening to music and just enjoying it. But the next day I woke up and I opened the tent. I looked up. It was just the sun was just. I posted the pictures, but this the sun was shining and the cornfield, and then I walked a little farther. There was being field, just nature, just beauty, But just I don't know, like my like I say when because well they were I know the guy. I talked to him about faith, but I mean just I did mention my faith, God. I didn't get into detail. I told him what I was there to do. We grown up conversation, but just my like the things happen for a reason. My my being late for some reason, I don't know. I think the GPS didn't work or whatever. But at 5 minutes late of not finding it, and I usually would have just parked on the side of the road, but just trusting, just feeling the. I don't feel energy anymore. I feel love. And I felt that. People call vibes. I felt that's what I felt there. Just the whole trip was just amazing just because I got to see the beautiful things that I never got to witness before, never got to feel before. But just I had those feelings before. I did. I remember one time I used that trip. I'm using that trip as an example because I mean, what happened was we my it, well I wasn't broke down or anything, but I couldn't find a place, and these people showed me, and the guy just they were wonderful people, just, I could feel the goodness in the people there, and then we just it was amazing. Okay, I told you about that situation. Okay, that was it was after my divorce, and I'm self healing, trying to learn about myself. I'm saying, all right, I got to experience God's, the country, and that's all right. But then I was thinking the other day, I was like, all right. And I remembered a few of the other situations where God has been in my life before. Was with my ex-wife and my children when we were in Ohio. That was an amazing experience. We were all scared. I was scared, but I mean, just amazing people there. You see, just I don't know, just remembering, built my built my confidence in humanity and even more. And it's amazing because that was years ago when our Ohio trip happened, and this was July when this happened. This is the same feeling of love that I felt, and I was like, wow, God has been in my life all this time. And I was like, okay. So the prayers I said my whole since I was little, when we were since any relationship, at the church at our wedding, at just my kids, anything. I I've always prayed, especially for my kids. You know, I bring my kids up a lot. Hey, I'm a dad. I love my kids. I don't get to see them a lot, but hey, I love them. They know that, and and I hope they're proud of that. I really hope they're, you know, if they will be. Hey, I know they will be one day. I still love them. They can forgive me. I well, not there's no ifs. I mean, if they choose not to forgive me for things I've said and done, I can't change their mind. But I mean, I forgive them for anything that been hidden. But I won't ever say it is what it is because it is. That's not a statement. I'm not getting negative. All right, I'm getting off topic. Well, anyway, but see, I I am. I made a. I can't say a promise, but I told myself I wanted to be a marriage counselor because of my children. So that way they can know love even if the parents are divorced. They can know love. I know their mother. I actually I don't know. I don't really contact her. I don't know the kind of love that she shows my kids, but my kids know the kind of love I show them. I think not only do I have proof, but I mean I call my God to protect all of us since I was little. But I want my kids to know that they experienced God's people. We were around and they were praying with us. The man that helped us out, and then oh my God, that was an amazing. It was scary, but it was amazing. But you know what? I was afraid, but I still have I still protected my family because I knew I had God in my corner, and we were surrounded with God's people. So it was good. But I mean, just like situations like that, just help me. Just remember that you are okay. You are healed. You have forgiven yourself fully. You have forgiven everyone fully. But I mean, understand people still say things, and I walk away. I don't even want to be around people if they have that negative energy vibe or whatever people call it. I mean, I have positive things to do. I have to help people. I have to uplift people. I can't worry about other people trying to step on other people when they're down or talk bad about other people. I can't do it because it's not what I am now. Um, I am gonna find out how to become a marriage counselor because I really, really, really need to. I mean, at least talk to some people. I mean, I know a lot of other churches offer it, but I don't know. Hey, the father before I just thought of something funny. Our priest before we got married when we were talking with him, he told us we could have we didn't need to take the marriage classes, and we could have probably could have probably taught the classes. That's probably where I got it from, but it's okay. But you know what? Hey, I'm gonna try because just this if we can. Well, God, I'm talking to guys now. If we can keep our hearts open and the walls built down, the right woman will make sure will put the right wall up. She'll put her wall in your heart and won't let any other woman get in there. I'm just letting you know that right now, guys. I'm not talking about soulmates. I'm not talking about significant others. I'm talking about the right woman will do that. The right woman will keep you on the straight and narrow path. The right woman will keep you from harming yourself. The right woman won't depress you. The right woman won't make you masturbate. But this is not a sexual thing. I'm saying I guess I'm saying it's an inside joke to my ex-wife. It's fun. It's funny. Whatever. It's good. It's good. It's good. But anyway, it's we have to understand our wives. Though. Sometimes our wives are hurt. Sometimes our wives are can't physically have sex because of problems. I mean, we have to understand. We got to ask communication. Got to have communication because we don't communicate with ourselves. With we got, yeah, like I said that if we don't communicate with ourselves, how are we going to communicate with somebody else? So we communicate and say your heart's full of love. What's what's the side effect of you talking to yourself, telling yourself your heart is full of love, and your mind goes along with your heart, and the cycle of your heart and your mind. Your mind is every day telling yourself, this. I'm not doing a local sign. I'm just saying. What's the side effect? You spread love. I mean, wouldn't that be good in a any relationship with kids, spouse, just anything? You guys gotta do that, and you guys gotta be men of faith. Gotta build the women up. Can't knock them down and be hitting women. I know they yell, they can finger in the face, they could throw things at you, they can slap you, but if you got to communicate. Because if you communicate the majority of the time, not saying all the time, communicate the majority of the time is those actions won't happen because the two individuals that are, or I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna say the man and wife, but I'm not even beating around the bush. People know wife's name. They can hide from nobody. But the man and the wife will, if they communicate, any relationship, business, relation or romantic, just any, just it would be good. I don't know. And you got to know. I know God said, "Oh, I know what I want. I know what I want." When guys truly know what they want, they will change for a woman. Don't ask the woman to change unless the woman wants to be changed. But the woman also has to understand if a man is changing, if a woman wants a man to change and that man change, that man is no longer going to be where he was when he met the woman. And so now he's going to be up here and she's going to be looking at him down here. He's going to look over her head and see the next best thing. So I'm just saying that's, I think I might be scientific proof. I know it's a spiritual thing, but it's also a godly thing. But a good man will wait, a good woman will wait, and God will wait. You gotta wait for you to heal yourself. You gotta wait for women to heal themselves. God is a patient God. God is a loving God. God is a vengeful God. We have worries. Our God is, or I know my God is bigger than any of my problems. I know I have a lot of health issues. I don't let that stop. I don't let that stop me. But we have to know what we want as people, and we can't let a bunch of moralist people tell us what marriage is. We can't let a bunch of moralist people tell our kids that that they aren't what they were born. We can't let we can't let society depict what a woman should be dressing like. We can't let the devil devalue our morals. I know I had a problem looking at pictures, looking at porn, but I can't blame it on anybody but myself. I wrote something down here. I got something written down. All right. If you want to prepare for marriage, this is for all single guys that want to get married one day, especially geeks and nerds. All right. If you want to prepare for marriage, serve somewhere that you don't get paid and fast regularly. Fasting helps here. I know I'm trying to fast. Okay. And I wrote a little bit more. Train yourself how to die because we're all going to die. Whoa. I don't even know what I wrote. All right. There is a level of supernatural power you set when you have constantly when you constantly tell your flesh no. Love is death. You can tell how much a person loves you by how they sacrifice. If ladies, if a man is willing to sacrifice and change, then depending how he changes, because I mean, a lot of changes positive, some changes negative. I mean, we all come from different upbringings, and it's hard. It's hard. I mean, the government, like I said, the government's not helping us. They're just pushing more propaganda down our throats and stuff, telling us, God this, God that. Well, God didn't put us in this situation, people. Man put us in this situation. I am doing my part in trying to help good guys. If a good guy wants to be married, do marriage, and depressed, because this all it all ties in marriage, depression, stress, anxiety. I mean, because marriage is not easy, but marriage can be very loving. If we have loving, the marriage will be blessed with positive and positive situations. You know, as long as we put God in our hearts, we have God in our hearts and pray God and blesses our marriage before we even get married, then we will be okay. Because even if the marriage ends in divorce, just God will make us different people. And you don't know. Maybe you guys can communicate again. I don't know. And a wishful thing. Well, anyway, just all you gotta do, just you gotta open your hearts. You gotta keep the hearts open. Just pray. Pray for your significant other, because I mean, you don't know what if you guys anybody had lack in communication and say there was a breakup. You don't know what the person's going through. So you pray. Just reach out. I mean, if you get ghosted, whatever, just you know pray. But just keep praying. Don't don't rush into anything. Don't rush into anything. But I mean, if you do, guys, if you do find a good woman that you think could be the one, try. Don't love bomb her. Don't be crazy. Just be yourselves. Be quirky selves. Because I mean, if I don't know, there's a reason women find guys attractive. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of women that just want guys for sex. There's a lot of women that want guys for money. I mean, I can't I can't speak for the women because I'm not a woman, but I know that they're they're out there because I know there's guys out there that same thing just for sex and money. I met a lot of them, but hey, that's your thing. Thank God, I've never been like that. I know I tried being a player once, and it didn't feel right. You know, didn't have a girlfriend, didn't have a boyfriend. No, I ain't gay. I didn't have a girlfriend, didn't wasn't married, and it just I don't know. I guess my my God saved me. My music saved me. I would rather make music than be in a wrong relationship. But to get to this level I am at right now, just it takes time. It takes a lot of self motivation because no one picked me up, pick myself up. God help me. My prayer, my devotion to my dreams. Just wanted to do it. And my kids. Rather see my kids be proud of me for doing something, to help change in the world and being drunk, passed out on the floor, getting yelled at. That and once I learned once I learned the word no, my life changed. But God, I almost cried. I almost cried. I almost cried. I did, but I didn't. I said no, and then it got easier and easier. Every time I said no, then God did a little bit something different for me. He did, but I don't know. I guess what I what I'm what our positive goals or positive or whatever our roads or paths that we want to take, do it. If you guys can get past the depression, do it. I mean, nature, nature is a very good. I mean, I know kind of hard during here in Michigan, it's snowing. I love snow. I'm gonna go buy a sled. I'll take myself sledding. They I would try skiing, but I'm afraid. I'm not gonna lie. I've been skiing a long time ago, but just do it. I mean, follow your dreams. I know it's a lonely road, but if you guys can heal yourself before you do your journeys, the right woman would help, and then you will have someone to share your dreams with, which is a lot better than doing it alone. But I mean, gotta hear yourself first before you can just you gotta heal yourself, and it starts with love and prayer. And I guess you can do it in that order. You can love prayer. I don't know. I pray every day, but just I don't know. My goal is to try to uplift as many people as I can that are depressed, because holiday season can be very depressing time. I'm not depressed. I am not even sad right now. I'm happy. Even I love the holiday season. I really do, because even though I might be alone or whatever, I know there's families that are just having the time of their life. I know because last year I had was here. I had a very good time. I did. I did. It was amazing. My whole family was here. But just, you know, you got to heal yourself, because a lot of times if we're deep in the state of depression where we can't even be around people, then it might be best to overcome the fear and do it anyway. Another thing, overcoming fears. It's scary not knowing what's on the other side, but it's worth it. It is. Our our destinies, our our blessings are on the other side of fear. God promises us to have faith, and I I I have faith, and I know my blessings are. I've had a lot of blessings in my lifetime, but my blessings are on the other side of my fear. My fear was being in front of a camera. Mhm. Anyway, just I pray for all of you. I send nothing but positive energy, good vibes, my blessings, whatever God can send to any person that just believes. Just say, God help me. Simple, and let the miracles begin. Love all of you. God bless.